there's really only one green flag and one red flag, and that is how much of yourself you can show and reveal to that person that feels like you can be all your sides and be safe. Because whenever you're in the moment of feeling like, oh, they won't like me if I'm this way, so I can't be that, or oh, they have a very strong frame that they're going to impose on me and I have to go along with their version of events. So for instance, I went on a date with a guy, and he already kind of had that idea of how conspiracy theorists are stupid and people that use supplements are crazy, and that kind of, all those kind of default factory setting beliefs that he thinks are really challenging those groups, but are actually implanted in him. I see it that way. But when somebody's already kind of in that rigidity of thinking that those are all crazy signs of crazy, well, you already know you can't show a certain side of yourself. You're like, well, I can't really show that I take turmeric for inflammation instead of Advil. Can't really show him that I enjoy all sorts of conspiracy theories and like love watching documentaries like Call to the Medics, or just a lot of that kind of mind control. I love all that. I love analyzing that. It's really fun. I also love conspiracy theories just about like Lordy dating Jack Antonoff and him cheating on Lena Dunham with her. Love that. Love the Kaler conspiracy theories. Love so many conspiracies. Like I enjoy looking at things from those, and I think it's pretty. I think you're either too paranoid if you're into every conspiracy theory, but you're also too naive if you don't really realize that some of them have a lot of validity, and many of them. So to me, it's like, well, you're either going to be naive or paranoid. It's not they're all crazy. Like the term was created in order to gaslight people who question Kennedy's death. So anyway, I noticed, I can't show that side of me. And then there's like little tabs you have when you're meeting people where you think, can't show that part of me. Like even just me, I realized too, I can't show the part of me that hasn't really explored and have this big sexual experience adventure arc that people might implant on you based on your age. There's so many assumptions people have, and whether you can show your sides and show who you really are, all the parts that you feel are kind of the parts that other people just assume are crazy, or the parts that you yourself judge or find crazy. So it's like I feel like the people that you feel free and uninhibited in showing your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses, and your strengths, and your passion, things that light you up, whether that be something that a goal, or whether that be something that you just enjoy thinking about. Though that's the only red flag is when you're going to repress, disown, deny, hide those certain aspects, even if they seem like a little thing. Like that little thing is going to turn into a resentment thing because you can't feel free to express that side of you. And it just creates, you just know. Whereas, when you can kind of be free and tell somebody, you could tell somebody a story about how when you handled it badly and you feel like you can tell them and they'll understand. That's so healing to be able to feel like you'll be seen, understood in all your aspects. And so when you feel yourself starting to hide something or thinking, well, I almost feel like I make a checklist, like, won't bring that up. It's not a red flag that's about them. It's a red flag about how you feel with them. Like maybe they would be completely open to it and you're perceiving that they aren't. But either way, the red flag or the green flag is you realizing that you don't quite feel like you can show that side. With other cases, I realize there are people that you meet and you'll think, it'll be completely different things that you can't show. Like you feel like you have to be a certain role with them because that's what they want. Like for instance, if they've revealed that they're turned on by a certain way, then you start to act that way. And you don't want to get caught in that. You want to be able to be seen for all of you, because it's just awful when you feel like you have to hide, even if whether that's justified or unjustified. Because you can always hear that someone would say, "Oh, you don't have to hide. You can show that." It's like, yeah, but if you've heard them say something derogatory about, say, people that like conspiracy theories, or people that like supplements, or people that voted for X, or people that don't vote, or people that do any matter of things, that they have a little checklist that they think that way. And that's true for you too. You might be judging them for this way or that, but that's why compatibility is about, do you feel like you can hold that person having things that you have judgments or assumptions about, and vice versa. So that's the red or green flag. How much are you being able to show yourself? And of course, like first date, there's just aspects you don't show, and things unfold, and there's different trust that gets built where you can show more. But there's just a knee-jerk feeling when you can't show certain parts of you. And it may even reflect the very wounds of you can't show certain sides of yourself to your parents or your siblings. It may be a mirror of that to show you that you might be trying to get someone to see you or understand you because you aren't seen. So you just got to be aware of that as a green flag. Green flag is, I can show so many parts of myself freely, and it doesn't even occur to me to worry or hide. And red flag is I'm subtly hiding little parts and kind of pandering, catering, mirroring. So hope this was helpful for the endless discussion of red flag, green flags.